What up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Gamerish Network podcast. We are on episode 59 today, one more till 60. I guess that's not much of a big number in some cases, but hey, we're going 60 strong and we are still here. So,
Yes.
shout out to that, of course. Here, my name's Dre, aka the BK Brawler. Catch me online if you want to, and I'm here with my co host. Mr. Freddie G, Mad King Solo. Oh, actually,
What's-
no longer solo. Sometimes I gotta remind myself that, sorry,
My wife
Crystal.
reminds me enough to drop that
Yeah,
solo
sorry
shit.
about that. But today is gonna be a little different. We're missing Felice for the day, but don't worry, we're still gonna hold it down. Where we don't got too much game news, so we're gonna talk about mostly games today, and we're gonna have these games like playing in the background while we talk about them. But so I guess I'm gonna start off with a little bit of game news before we get into what we're playing. We usually start with what we're playing, but since we don't got that much to get into when it comes to game news, and who knows, maybe what we're talking about might turn into something bigger conversation. But I say the first thing, we still got this Blizzard Activision lawsuit going on. There was a walkout, I believe, or was it yesterday? They had a walk. They staged a walkout in protest to what's going on and everything. And then today, the fans are, of course, calling for the name change in Overwatch to the character McCree, because of course he represents the one guy that had the Bill Cosby suite. I forgot his damn name, but yeah, so he's like the head, the main designer of World. He was the head of World of Warcraft, and of course he's been accused of doing a bunch of fucked up shit, more shit than I could even recall. Like I can't even read through all that shit anymore. There's just so much. So like people are calling for a name change. I think if it gets right now, I don't think they're taking it seriously, but I think it's gonna get to
I
that
don't think
point.
that's like the top of the
Yeah,
priority right now.
shouldn't
Is
be the top of the thing.
changing
So yeah, to
a
me, it's
name
like
character.
it's not
It's
that
like
damn
fiery
serious.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I understand that his name is including him, so I think by Overwatch 2 we'll get a name change to him. And that of course will trickle over to Overwatch 1, because of course we're gonna get to play a lot of the levels from Overwatch 2, the multiplayer. I believe you're gonna get some of those levels in Overwatch 1. So yeah, so people are calling for that. I don't know what you think about it. Me, I'm just like, okay, that's one thing. I guess his name. I didn't even know his name was. I didn't even come to mind until I read it today that his name was involved in that character. I like that character, even though he's kind of fucking hard to play with.
which one
Uh,
is Creed? Can you remind me?
yeah, it's the cowboy guy with the
McCree. McCree.
yeah
All right.
the cowboy with the damn revolvers and shit.
Jedi. Yeah. Um, I think that like that's not even like what people should be focusing on right now. I think that's like something you do eventually, just like over just like the time of this kind of clearing up from the mess. Right now, they need to like start firing people. They need to start taking responsibilities. Maybe take I don't know, the protests. There's like they're not releasing any game time anytime soon, so like it's easy to protest this right now. But when they drop the new Diablo, they drop something new. Let's see if people hold strong and actually really
Yeah, I know. 'Cause a lot of
protest.
people waiting for, like, that's the same thing that's been on the back of my mind. Honestly, it's like, okay, you guys want to protest against this, but when the next big thing comes out, when that next Overwatch drops, when Diablo 2 comes out, when
Yeah.
Diablo 4 comes out, are you guys same people who say that they not supporting them anymore? Are you really gonna stand strong? I know we have like Mike, he says he's no longer buying their stuff and shit, which I respect him for. But I kind of believe, Mike, if you're listening to this, that when Diablo drops, you're gonna be in that multiplayer session. I guarantee it. I kind of
What up,
guarantee
crazy?
it. Oh, I can't even see the chat. It's not even showing on my screen. You
Oh.
know, you know.
Yeah, I think that like one thing I wanted to just address, not to go straight to like we're still gonna buy their games because we're just assholes, but this how long this actually has been going on, and people like to link this to the like decline in games because Activision Blizzard has been going kind of down here for a while now, but apparently this is happening in like not in like the beginning, but like the heights of Blizzard with WoW and stuff like that. So this has been an issue from the highs even to the lows. So it's not like, oh, this game bad, bad. Like shit's this has been going on for a really long time, and it's just crazy that like it's finally coming out now.
And I'm sure it's been going on in a lot of other companies. We heard stuff, of course, from about Ubisoft and what's been going on in there with that guy from Assassin's Creed. I believe he stepped down last year, and yeah, and I'm sure we'll probably start getting things out the grapevine from other companies. You already
He
see
stepped
people.
down, but then he got a new job from with
I
Ubisoft in
have.
London.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, they
So
rehired
like
him.
they rehired him, and he's in
Mhm.
London now.
Yeah, once everything died down and shit, it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's how the fucking cookie crumbles. Especially if they, money talks. And if this man's mind has made them millions of dollars, then they're not gonna let his mind go to another company. 'Cause I'm pretty sure some company would try to scoop him up underneath the while everyone's not talking about him, and they just won't put his name on it. They're like, hey, we need your mind, but we're gonna pay you this amount, but we're not giving you any credit for this shit. And if it was me, I'm taking the money. Like fuck it, don't put my name on anything as long as my fucking bank account is stacked. Like you don't gotta put my name on shit. Like I
True.
don't care. If we start making some big money off of Gamerish, y'all don't gotta fucking put my name on shit. Y'all can say I never existed if I sell out the company and disappear. Y'all go like, yo, Dre never existed here. But it is what it is. But yeah. So enough about the sad shit. We got word that Netflix working on a live action Pokemon show. Well, we've seen this already work for Detective Pikachu. Even though I've never watched that movie yet, I kind of have no urge to really watch the movie, but I think if I'm gonna watch this live action Pokemon, one, there better be some familiar characters in there. Well, no, you know what? I don't even think that they're gonna put the familiarity is gonna be with the Pokemon. I'm pretty sure we're
Yeah.
gonna get new characters, and just don't make Pikachu the blunt of the show, please. Like, just make sure we get something new, innovative, something that's gonna keep us watching and want to keep Netflix hasn't been doing bad with their shows and their adaptations. Resident Evil is kind of like a 6.5, that thing that just came out, but I have my expectations aren't high for this Pokemon show, so I don't know what you think about it.
I
I'm
just
really not
don't. I
into.
don't think. Have you ever watched an anime live action film or TV show that actually lived up to what it was copying?
Yeah, it's well, Bleach, that one actually was one of the best ones I've seen. Attack on Titan was garbage. I didn't watch Roshi Kaizen, whatever his fucking name is, that one yet because I never really grew up watching that anime, even though everybody keeps telling me to watch that one. We can hope that Cowboy Bebop is gonna be good when that comes out.
Is
It's
it was
looking
it
like
was that Black Note or was that the
Death Note.
Netflix Death Note? Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah, I used to. I don't. I never watched the Netflix adaptation of Death Note. But I've watched the Japanese movies from Death Note. I have part one, two, and three, on DVD from back when we were like in. I believe we were like in high school. Oh no, no, actually, my son was like 1 years old when I got those DVDs. So yeah, that's like 2008, 2009 time where I was watching Death Note. So the Japanese version was good, but I didn't even dare watch. I heard the Netflix version of it wasn't good, so I said I wasn't gonna waste my time. Plus, I'm actually rewatching Death Note now because I completely forgot most of that story, and so and I'm like so caught up with all my animes now, and a good one out right now, Tokyo Revengers. I don't know
Oh
if you're
yeah, I
watching.
started watching that.
Yo, I fucking went through the whole thing in one day. All
Oh shit.
first and second season. Just caught up in the second season. Like there's one of those drama shows that's just like it's like action and drama, and it's just like at the end of every episode makes you want to see what happens in the next fucking episode. So for anybody watching us right now, if you watch anime, Tokyo Revengers is the next big thing. And I'm happy too because my son texted me today and he's like, Dad, I started watching My Hero. I'm on season 5. I'm like, oh God, this is why I love you. I didn't even have to tell you nothing, man. Didn't have to tell you nothing. You're already watching. That's what's
Yeah, I'm
up.
a little late on this. I just actually um resubscribed to my Crunchyroll because I've been just like kind of like watching anime here, but I've been watching it a lot more often. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get Crunchyroll so I can be on top of all the new shit, and I had to like find it on Netflix like 3 years later and shit.
I know. It's like I was watching the first season didn't have a sub version, so I had to watch it in English. And then I realized, so like I get to like episode what was it? I think it was like episode 7, and there's no more episodes. And then so next you know, like somebody texts me, they're like, "Yo, I'm up to episode 16 of Tokyo Revengers." I'm like 16. I just finished like episode 7 and that was it. They told me I gotta wait for season 2. And I'm just like, they're like, season 2 has been out if you watch the Japanese version.
Um,
So I went back on Crunchyroll and I saw that season 2 you could watch subbed, but season 1 it was only available in dubbed. So I went from listening to them in English to reading subtitles, which is what I usually do anyway, so it wasn't that bad. But it's crazy how when we watch something in Japanese first and then watch it in English, we're like,
you
oh
can't
my
go
god,
back.
their voices
Yeah.
sound like shit. But if we watch it first in English and then go to Japanese, it's just like, yeah, this is still sounds good. You know, like it's whatever. This is it's like me watching Dragon Ball Z my whole life and having that English version of Dragon Ball Z. Then getting older, now I'm just like I don't watch Dragon Ball Super in English. Like I only watch it in with subs. You know, and like it just feels right. And I feel like if I go back to watching it in English, it's just gonna be all off and shit. But it's a good fucking show, man. So yeah, but what do you think of Tokyo Revengers? Like, what's the last episode you watched? What was the
All right,
last thing that
not
happened?
yet. I haven't actually started watching it.
Mm,
I started watching the first episode, but I just was like in between shit. But like that was on my list. I got that, and I have there's a whole bunch of shit that I'm like, holy shit. I didn't know there's like almost like too many options now. I'm like
yeah,
I went
there's
from
an
legit just like
overabundance now of
yeah,
fucking animes to fucking watch, and it's just like you're either in the crowd where you watch everything, or you're in the crowd that just watch the popular stuff. And then when you go out to a geek festival or something, you got the
nobody knows what the fuck you're talking
gatekeepers
about.
like, "Oh, you only watch My Hero, you only watch Boruto, like you ain't no anime fan, you just watch what everybody else watches."
You
You
can't
know, the
win.
fucking gatekeepers of the world. You know, so like the people that tell me that Dark Souls don't need a difficulty level, you know, like who are you to tell me? I want to just beat the fucking game. I don't care
That's
about.
not even the same thing though.
I know it's still
I was like, that
gatekeeping.
was a stretch.
It's a little stretch, but still, you know, it's still someone telling you that you're doing it the wrong way. You know, like because it's not their way. You know, which fucking gets irritating. Which now I kind of understand when my wife says that I'm being annoying sometimes. You know, so it all makes sense now. But yeah, so talk about that. I just want to bring up because that's like the last news thing really for the week. I just
Oh, I
want
got
to
a couple
relate.
stuff.
You know, yeah, it wasn't that many things that happened this week or nothing too damn important. I felt like was worth mentioning on the
Well, one thing
podcast.
real quick is the Steam Deck. A lot of people were like bugging out because they would say they were only gonna try to target 30 frames per second, and like PC master rates are like, what are you talking about? 30 frames per second? We can't do that. Even though on every console past this one, it been 30 frames per second. So it's just funny
Yeah,
that like everybody's like raging right now. But they
I didn't
clarified
even
that like
hear about.
30
I read about
is
them doing that, but I didn't know like people were getting mad. Like
yeah.
first off,
People were getting mad.
the PC race, like master race, it's funny how all of a sudden nothing's better than a PC until the Steam Deck is created, and all of a sudden PCs are no longer needed. You know, well, not needed, but now all of a sudden we found something
Like
that's
a,
not
another
that's
thing
worthy
to
of us
attach.
coming off our PC just because it has Steam on it. So in all reality, it ain't really about the graphics all the time and all that
No.
shit. It's just that you just want your damn Steam collection of games on this
Yeah, so they
another device.
yeah, so they clarified it can go above 30 frames per second. They said that the 30 frames per second is like the floor. So it's gonna go 30 and up, but they wanted to make sure every game could run at least at 30 frames, which is it's good news for all the people who like worry about that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just put that out there because I know I'm excited about the Steam Deck. I think each of us, one of us, is gonna get one eventually. So
Mhm.
I want to keep
And they
that kind
said
of
it
on the
might
radar.
end up releasing earlier than we think. They're like, which would I just hope they give me a heads up so I know my bank account is ready for it because I'm just like I went and pre-ordered it just because it's $5, but when it's time to take that 500 and change out my damn bank account, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, was I ready? It's like
Man,
when fucking
I was hoping GameStop was selling this. So I guess that GameStop credit card.
For real, that would have been
That
perfect
would
for
have been
me.
perfect.
I
Yeah.
got well, I don't have $3,000 left on my credit card right now because I spend so much on that fucking thing. But that would have been perfect. I have enough to get a fucking Steam Deck, at least. Shit.
Yeah.
Um,
One more thing. Demon says Dead Space. It's a small thing. It's a lot of small stuff, but apparently the cutting contact from it, so it
the
won't be
original.
a
Are they
yeah.
adding new content?
No, they're removing content.
No, I mean, but are they gonna do something in
Maybe
replace
I'm
of
not
that?
sure. I just read that they're like
Because then
removing
they're going
content.
down the path of the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes then because they're going to like keep it so that we know what's going to happen but add some new things so that
Yeah,
we're pleasantly
so
surprised,
maybe it might be like a retelling of the story and won't be like a direct one to one.
which would be good. I have no problem with that. I'm pretty sure this part is like those guys are smart. If they're going to get rid of some parts of the game, it's going to get be the parts of the game probably people complained about, people didn't like. As long as the gameplay is good, the dismemberments look good. I feel like I have to get this game on PS5 for the haptic feedback on the controller. I feel like that's gonna be like perfect on there. So yeah, man, and they're cutting stuff, and honestly, I never even finished Dead Space One, so it's like
What
whatever, At least for me, it's like I never finished it because it was too scary, and the only one I ever finished was the wackest one, which was Part Three,
three? Yeah,
because I was playing co-op with Big E, and so that's the only reason I finished that shit. But other than that, yeah, so it's all gonna be brand new to me past the first 5 hours. Then everything
yeah.
else
I
is
feel
gonna
like that game's gonna be just a fun
yeah,
experience,
it's gonna
and
be more scary. Like I'm afraid to put on my 3D audio headset, but I think I'm gonna have to use it for this game. There's certain games where I just like it's like when I was playing Ratchet and Clank, and like it's a good game, but then I didn't like when my kids are sleeping, I'm turning on the console, just like, damn, yo, this sounds so much better with the fucking sound in my ears and shit, and I'm like, what am I missing out on with all these other gays? Because it's like I'm one of those people that don't like to wear headphones. As you can tell, I'm the only one that's always on the pod that never wears a headset, even though I got my damn Xbox headset right here that I can just put on right now and be all fine and dandy. But yeah, I don't like putting on headwear unless like people are making noise around me, or I feel like the game is worthy of it. But the 3D Pulse headset like makes every game sound much much better. My Xbox headset makes stuff sound good too, but it's something about PlayStation how they build their games around their peripherals. And so the controller is perfect for it. The fucking headset's perfect for it. So I gotta do it more often. But I usually, and plus most of the time my headset's on, I got somebody talking in my ears, so it's like I don't really get to hear everything unless I'm playing a one-player game, But
yeah. One thing going from playing mostly my games on PC now with the headsets, you do realize when you start having headsets on how much you're missing audio wise. I think
yep,
growing up, me and you, we didn't do headsets. We just had a TV on loud,
exactly.
and you missed the little details. And now that I'm playing with headsets all the
Hear
time,
the crunching of the grass, the shing from pulling out your
and like
sword better.
the guns, like I'm aboard like every like Call of Duty before this. Guns sound good. I'm like all the guns sound the fucking same the last like 10 years. So like now I actually could hear
You
the
hear
difference
the
in
difference, and you hear the bullets dropping on the ground and
yeah.
all that shit, like the little things. It's the little things, So I understand where you come from with that shit. Um, for that last two things, I just want to say the PlayStation August free games are gonna be Tennis World Tour 2, which I'm glad because I had part one and that shit was not worth the money, so I'm glad part two is gonna be free. Um, this Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville, which we already get off of EA Play
Yeah, I
or
actually
EA Access.
played that. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I had it when it
If you like
first
that
came
game, if you
out.
like the other ones, you're gonna like this one. It's just
Yeah,
more of the
yeah. It's
same.
basically like same thing, just bigger environments and better classes. Well, so a lot of classes return, but you get a few new ones in there. And then that new game, Hunter's Arena Legends, which we knew from the moment they showed that game off that it was going to be a free game. I think I called it right away. I'm like, there's no way they're making us pay for this.
Yeah.
So hopefully we download it and we're pleasantly surprised by what we get. My hopes are not up, so I'll see what happens. We got so much to play right now, which of course we'll get into talking to. I feel like right now could actually, since we didn't play Halo, you can actually like we could talk about what they talked about with that Halo. Like play that video and then we could talk about everything you heard from that Bungie presser about Halo because you got to take the lead on this because I didn't read anything on it, I didn't watch it. This is gonna be my first time seeing this footage that we're about to put up, and yeah, man, I'm gonna hand it to you once we get this video rolling.
Um, so yeah, what's up, chat? Sorry, I'm putting this video together. Let me put it up so you guys can see.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
now seeing chat. You know why I didn't have my screen on full screen? That's why I didn't see everybody in the chat. My bad. I wasn't ignoring y'all. What's good, crazy?
and Facebook user, I'm sorry. You spelled my name right, so I'm assuming I actually know you in real life. So thank you for dropping by.
Let me see if I can see. Let me see who that could be on Facebook. Who is that?
um, yeah. So this is the Halo came out of nowhere
It's
and dropped
Jorge.
the. What you said?
Jorge. It's
What
good,
up, Jorge?
Jorge.
Um, Halo came out of nowhere and dropped this little tech demo, um, where people could just getting like random codes and being able to play Halo multiplayer. So
Oh,
this is
I feel like I've been left out now.
yeah, I know, me too. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss this? Apparently, you could have signed up earlier for it. Tried to sign up the same day, and the shit was crashing.
Oh
But
yeah, I did try. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I
but
tried.
yeah, this feels like if you just look at it, it feels like Halo 3 to me. I'm actually kind of excited. I haven't been playing any Warzone for a long time. I think I'm a little bit over that. I'm waiting for Battlefield, and I guess I'm
Yeah, I
ready for
think
this
that
too now.
Battlefield hype is just like, what's the point of
Killed the Warzone
reinstalling
vibes for me.
stuff?
It's funny because Warzone was very different at the time. Not different, everybody was doing it, but it was unique what they were like trying to do. Their own spin to it at least. And now I'm just like kind of tired of it, and I'm looking forward to something like this. So it looks good, Joy. I don't know if how clearly you can see it,
No, I can see it
but
clearly. It's definitely like it looks like my Halo, like red versus blue. You see the assault rifle. I'm sure the pistol is right there. If you press the Y button, there you go. Someone press the Y button and there's a pistol.
yeah,
So like only thing I have to get used to again with Halo is like there we go, like using the abilities and
abilities,
only
yeah,
having access to sprints if you pick up sprints and the camouflage and all that stuff. That's all I gotta get used to again. But I'm sure they're gonna have like my regular modes up in there, King of the Hill. What was it? The Skull one, regular team deathmatch. I never play Capture the Flag. To me, Capture the Flag is a
oh man,
weird.
I love
I
capture the
hate
flag.
Capture the Flag, yo. Any game with Capture the Flag, you will not see me touching that fucking mode. But this looks good, man. I hope no one seems to be bitching about it. So you know, what else could I say?
Yeah, a lot of this is like what people have been wanting. This is what kind of going back to the roots. I think um, you played a lot of the last Halo. What were like people? What was your impression on it? How did you feel? How did you feel about it?
Well, it's felt more the same, like it's kind of like when I go back and I try playing again. Cause me and my son, I wanted to teach my son how to play Halo, so I made him download the Master Chief Collection on his Xbox. We made it through Halo One, and then I'm just like, all right, now let's try some multiplayer. And of course, he's so used to the fucking Fortnite buttons, Fortnite and Call of Duty, that this is it's taking him a little bit. He feels like this is a bit more complex
Okay.
than the Fortnite or hey, I'm like, man, if you could build while shooting, I'm pretty sure you could play Halo. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's not that complicated. But yeah, man, I liked. I didn't play Halo 5's multiplayer and stuff as much as I played 1, 2, and 3's, and I probably barely played 4. But I feel like this one is going to go back to that space in which we're going to want to play. The only problem I have now this year is that this game is coming out what like in November, and we got for what's good, Kim. Thanks for joining. This is coming out in November. Then we got Battlefield in October. It's like, is this multiplayer going to be good enough for us to drop our Battlefield time to come and play this for a few hours?
This
Past
might be the game mode.
first
What's up,
launch.
Kim? Crazy. Sorry, I see you. I see it. I see your message. We're not ignoring you. Well, I think this might be the game that we take breaks. Like we have like a frustrating day on Battlefield. You're like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers. Let's go play some Halo real fast. I think this is gonna be the game that like you go to like for me. This is a game where I don't want to like be try hard. I feel like Battlefield I'll probably be a little try hard, like try to
Yeah,
get my kills and try to be nice. I feel like Halo just reminds me of me and you playing Halo, just like having some fun, just chilling, talking shit and playing.
yep.
So I'm
Love
not taking
games.
this. I'm not gonna try to take this too seriously. But I know there's gonna be like super diehard Halo fan who's gonna just be like this guy. He's just like really good.
Yeah, I like
Um,
this detail that I'm seeing, like all these bullet holes in the ground. I like how the body is sort of sitting there and they're not disappearing.
yeah.
That's one thing I like to see, like the carnage, knowing that I can just come back around this corner and just teabag this guy I just finished killing and shit.
I know. I was surprised. No tea bags in this gameplay.
Oh man, of course they ain't gonna show
They ain't
that
playing
part.
right. Yeah.
We're in a
Um,
new day and age. Next thing you know, we're gonna be banned for doing teabags, and it's like,
Somebody, funny enough, I forgot what it was. It was like a tournament for COD, and actually a team got forfeited the match because they won it, but they teabagged at the end, and they forfeited
wow.
the whole tournament because they did that.
Yeah, it's the world we live in. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. That's all I gotta say about this. It's the world we fucking live in now.
So yeah. So you're right
But
about that.
yeah, all
So
right.
what's
Well,
the next game you want to talk about?
so next, let me start off with the game that might be boring to everybody else, but has been pretty intriguing to me. Now, guys, we're going into what we've been playing, and this is how we're gonna end this show because this is what I've been playing. We've been playing a lot. At least I've been playing a lot for the past week and shit. And I have like a lot of shit to talk about. And the first thing I'm talking about, like, if you're a fan of Life is Strange or Telltale type games, this game Last Stop came out last week, or whether it started last week or earlier this week, maybe yeah, I think it was last week. And this game, you play as three different characters. You play in three different stories. Yes, it's in London. I don't think it's 1982 is where it begins. I don't know if where it's at present day is the same year. This part here at the beginning sets up something which hopefully it doesn't like ruin it because you come. I'm pretty sure you got to come back to it later on in the game. But you play as three characters: a man named John, a girl named Donna, and a girl named Mina. And then so John's problem is that he ends up switching bodies with some guy. Some guy did some type of voodoo shit to him. He's like this rundown dad, but has the dad bod and everything. Then he has this neighbor that's like the cool guy, doesn't give a shit about anything. And they end up swapping bodies. And through his story, you're going around. You guys are like trying to figure out how to make things work. And of course, you're making decisions. And it's not one of those games where like every one of your decisions changes the course of the future of the game. It's not like that. It's more about the story that they're telling, and you just picking what you want them to say at the moment. It's not. Most of the answers are more cut and dry. Some it makes it a little more funny sometimes because of the London humor. Like some of the jokes they tell and we tell here in America, they might be similar, but the way that they explain something, like you hear wanker a lot of times, like you freaking wanker and all this shit.
So
Like
wait, real quick, because the gameplay. Are you moving or is this like an interactive movie? Like,
this is an interactive movie and you're moving. A lot of times when you're moving, you're just walking and you're having conversations. So this is a very heavily narrative driven game. It's a lot of
okay.
talking, but the stories are so interesting. And like to me, John's story with the swapping bodies so far to me was the most boring part of the game, but at the same time, they had like a lot of emotional moments in it. Like they had this one scene inside this coffee shop where I just loved the way it played out and what they made you do and how that I don't want to ruin it, but it's a very good scene where I was just like after I was done it, I actually had to add that scene to my YouTube playlist because I'm like, this is
Wow.
something I like to watch occasionally. What happened right here. And John has a daughter, and so it's like the stuck up guy has to learn how to be a dad. He has to learn how to like live life again because the other guy was living life. He was like a video game designer too. And so like yeah, and then this guy here that's doing this green room thing, like he's the one who swapped their bodies, and so there's some mystery around this guy. But that's all I want to say about John's story. When it comes to Donna's story, Donna is this like top secret FBI agent, and is struggling. She's at home. She's a mother. She's a wife, and she's struggling with her life at home and the balance between work and the house life. And it really does relate to a lot of people, to in real life. So I can understand. And what I like about this character, like the intriguing part about what she's doing, is that she seems like this tough woman and everything, but at the same time, she's also having an affair. She's having an affair, and they show because in most games, it's always the man having the affair. This is like the first game. There she goes. Donna's in the Mina. Oh no, Mina's in the. My bad. It's Mina who's having the affair. Donna's the other one, but that's John. That's the bad guy. And then you got Donna in the middle, and then Mina's at the end. But Donna is having this like affair, and like you're going around trying to hide what you're doing. While you're walking around, you actually get text messages from people, like you don't know, like there's one part I say did carry over into later on into the game where my text messages, depending on what I did, were gonna get checked by my husband or didn't get checked. So
Jeez.
it's a big thing going on when it comes. I don't want to give away too much of the story, and then at the same time of her dealing with her house life, like she's just there's a competition at work. There's a new girl at work that her boss really likes, and she's been going for this new position for a long time. But this girl comes out of nowhere, and now her boss is like threatening to promote this new girl over her, and she doesn't want that to happen. But as you're trying to get this position at work, your husband is wondering what the fuck's going on at home, and it's like you have to keep choosing between work or your family life, and that's something that we got to do every day, like,
Yeah.
so that's what makes her really relatable, and then they do have these little sequences where you got to use the control stick to like eat and drink and do those things like that, so they have those little moments in there, but it's very heavily narrative driven. um Last girl, Mina, her story is called Stranger Danger. And so basically, her and two friends, they find this guy that's been like, he's like this nice guy who keeps flirting with ladies. He's like a fuck boy. And he keeps taking women home. They realize that they're never leaving his house. But every night he brings another different woman home. So they decide one day when they're bored to just go and follow this guy, and they follow him somewhere, and then like they catch him doing something, and then they're running away, and he catches up to them, and they ended up like sneak attacking him in a way, knocking him out. And now because they don't want to go to jail, they have him locked up and tied up inside of this damn place.
What
And
the
the
fuck?
whole time you guys are there trying to figure out who he is, what he's doing. He only talks to Mina when the other two aren't around. When the other two are around, he stays mute. And so it's like you're trying to juggle between that. Mina's a high school student, and it's her and her two best friends. One's a female and one's a guy. And the two of them are kind of fighting for this guy's attention. So you have that tension going on between her and her friend, fighting for one guy's attention and all this stuff. And then this guy there, and you kind of have to make decisions on whether you're gonna do things that's gonna either get you guys put into jail. Lo and behold, her sister is a cop, so it's like her sister is there texting her like, what's she doing out so late? They're missing school. And in a way, these three characters, the stories don't really um correlate with each other. Like all this is happening at the same time, but you only could play them at one time. But all of them interact in each other's story nonchalantly. So like John, when I played as Donna, there's a part where John was sitting on a bench waiting for a bus, and I'm walking by as Donna going home, and we see John just sitting there on the bench. We also find out the guy she's cheating with, his daughter goes to the same school as Mina. They go to the same school, so you see her there, but she's actually an asshole to Mina. You also find out that Donna's husband is the teacher at me is the principal of Mina's school. So it's like they all start correlating, and also the guy that Mina is cheating on her husband with happens to be John's psychiatrist. So it's like they all overlap. The stories overlap in certain ways, but they don't affect one another. They just see each other here and there, or certain characters from this story go into that story. But it's a very heartfelt game. I'm in the final chapters of each of this story right now. I should by next week I should be done by the time we do our next podcast. And yeah, it's been real interesting. Hopefully, I didn't bore you guys with this,
That
but yeah,
was like super. I wasn't expecting it to be such a mature story.
yeah,
Um,
that's the guy there, Jack, that he switches bodies with, and so yeah, it's a very good story. And if anybody has any questions, you guys, while we're talking about these games, feel free to drop a comment. Have any question about the game we're talking about or anything, I'll gladly answer it. I played
how do you like the art style?
the art. It's been good. It feels different because I'm so used. Cause like Life is Strange games were similar to this in a way, just not as like I guess this is more clay, like clay. I
Yeah,
don't even know what to call this art style much, but I didn't really pay attention to it because I was enjoying just
the
the
story.
story. This game I downloaded this on my PC and my Xbox, so when I'm watching TV, I'm playing this game, and then when like I just want to play it on the big screen, like I'll put it up on a big screen so I can play it up on there. Because of course with Game Pass, our saves are all stored on the cloud so you can play your games wherever. So I usually download them all on both systems. But the art style has been fine. Of course, some stuff in the background are a little bit choppy and everything, but you're not really paying attention because you don't get much time to make answers to these questions. I love this little scene right here with his daughter too, because it's just like, damn, these are stuff like I hope my daughter is just half as smart as this little girl is and asks me the questions this little girl tries to find out about. Little did I know, like the answers that I gave her in this scene, she was gonna go and talk to her teacher about. And because I tried to be an adult with her because she sounded so intelligent, like her teacher calls me and she's like, what is it that you're talking to your daughter about that she came to school talking about this and that? So sometimes what you do say have repercussions, but it's not as big as say Walking Dead, Telltale games, or Life is Strange games.
Okay.
But it's definitely a great game, narrative driven. If you just want a good game with a good story that you could just sit down and play, don't got to worry about no rapid button pressing, people coming up behind you
This
to
might be
shoot you.
a game that maybe I could get the wife to play.
Yeah,
She
she'll
could just
probably
like
like
watch
this.
it, pick
Yeah,
decisions.
exactly. Like
Yeah, I'd
it's
give it a try.
it's heartfelt, very heartfelt. You'll get into it.
How
I'll
fast
say
is it though? Because how long you been playing it? How many hours?
no. It's not. It can't be too long. If I was to just sit down in one day and just play only this game, I feel like I would finish it in one. My thing is that I don't want it to end, so I
Okay.
only play one chapter a day for each character, and then I leave it alone till tomorrow.
Okay, so
So
you
I'm
space
only
it
on
out.
chapter 4. So it's been 4 days I've been playing because I finish a chapter with each character, then I wait till tomorrow to play the next chapter. Even though sometimes the end of the chapter is you're just like, fuck, man, maybe I should. So I think there's one day where I did continue like Mina's story because I wanted to see what this guy was gonna do because some crazy shit happened. And so I was just like, you know what? Let me at least see what happens with this guy. But is very intriguing. Very intriguing. Last Stop, people. That's what the game is called. On your Xbox Game Pass, if you have Xbox, if you have a PS5 and or PS4 and want to download it, then you want to. I think it's $20. Mm,
Yeah, I just get the Xbox Game Pass, man.
yeah, they'll definitely be good. So, since I did so much talking, let's go into your time with Flight Simulator because I'm still downloading it. So let's talk about Flight Simulator. What you like? I know this game's been out a while, but it just came to console for those who haven't got to play it yet on the PC. If you have an Xbox, yet again, hey, Xbox has no games. Well, guess what? PlayStation don't got this game. Okay, so yeah, man. Tell me what you loving
um,
about it right now.
I'm. It's funny because I feel like you play like the Telltale games and the Last Stop. It's like that's the game you play to just relax, not have to like overthink stuff. I don't have a game like this, and I guess this would be the closest to that where I could just play it and just like relax. It's funny on our shout out to our Facebook, we have a thread going with music, like
Oh
which
yeah, turning
music
that
that's
into a tournament. That's the next
yeah.
tournament for
So
sure.
yeah, definitely like check out our Facebook group, Gamerish Network, and just the music in this is something that jumps at me. It's funny because it's such a graphic powerhouse for the Xbox, but the music in this is such just like relaxing music, and you just like this. This is what you do in the game.
I
This is
know
literally what
it
you just do in
has
the
to be
game.
relaxing. I feel if we just gonna be flying around.
Yeah, so you're just literally like, and the thing that they did, the smart thing what they did was they make it um whatever you want it to be. So if you wanted to make it super challenging, where like every button has something to do, or you can make it super easy, where all you really doing is just going left and right on the joystick, and
Oh,
up and
nice.
down. So you could pick how challenging you want it to be. So and they make it very easy. In the beginning of the menu, you could put they'd have like this journeys. Like you want to go see Egypt, you want to go to New York City, you want to go to Brazil, and they have like the AI control everything. So all you really doing is just sightseeing, and you're just hanging out. Um,
Hmm.
so and I have played this on the PC, and when I was on the PC, I decided to like try to learn how to fucking play the game. So
Did you see that controller that they came out? That's coming out for it. There's gonna be like this
no,
real flight controller. I don't know the price of it yet, but I'm interested in getting it.
really, definitely
Yeah,
play it first before you invest in that.
yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna definitely play it first.
so it's just a dope game. It's definitely a chore game. I'm gonna jump back in it, but I think I need it to be a little more challenging. I can't just like just fly and just look at stuff. So I kind of want to be in more control of the plane. So yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's something that you know it's a game also just to show off the Xbox X and the S. It's a beautiful looking game. This is on. This is right now.
How
This
do
is
you get to pick any plane when you're doing this stuff, or how's the
so yeah. I
unlocking
think
of
you
planes
have
go?
different. You could choose different planes, but of course the got you is like you could purchase other planes. And
Mm.
one thing I want to say, the prices are kind of ridiculous for like a plane. I'm hoping it's more than just one, but it's like $15 or $20,
Oh
and
shit.
that's a lot of money.
Well,
So I know this is free, and I guess
but
if you know,
there's planes to unlock while you're playing, though, right?
I think so. Yes. To be honest with you, I've been doing the tutorial in the beginning just to teach me how to land and how to fly and how to like use all the mechanics, and I've been just doing the traveling just to look at stuff. So I haven't really done any challenges yet because I'm like I don't even know how to like fucking fly the plane yet. But honestly, like I don't think it's that. I think like the point of this game isn't like the plane. I think it's more just like the view and just like relaxing. I wish I could have the music on so you could
Well,
just like
it's
hear it.
flight simulator, so they're supposed to like make you feel like this is what these pilots are doing. Well, like,
Oh
'cause
yeah, one thing for sure is like the like if you have the headset and even through the TV, you hear like the pilots and like the airports talking to you. So they're like you sound like it feels like you're a pilot, and they do a good job of doing making you feel like you're actually flying this thing and not like GTA where you just jump in a plane and you start flying. You feel like you're a pilot, and
yeah.
everything that it's
How
in this game.
complicated do they make the controls? Like, if you want to go on a like be a real fucking pilot in this
Yeah,
game. Like
it's
what button is to like land, what's to bring down your wheels and
so
like
yeah. They have because you're on a controller. You have to like you push like you can push RB, RBY, RBA, RBX. Then you have YABXY, and then you have like different like combinations of buttons because there's so many different things you have to do in this game that
you
is
have to
not
time it
just
right.
not timing right, but just like like to brake to stop your engine is A and B at the same time.
Mm.
To check your gauges, I think it's R1 and RB and like B. So like it's you to like just learn the mechanics of the game. See like so this is like the basic one, but then like there's different systems in each one. I don't know if they'll go to it. But like this is like that's what I'm saying. Like this is just like the basic, and this is probably as far as most people are gonna go in this game.
Yeah, I just want to do it for the sightseeing. Plus, I feel like it's a
Yeah,
game
see, all
that,
this inside,
yeah, I
all
want to
those
see it
gauges
enjoy.
are like real gauges. Like those are real things. It's not just for show. Every button has a purpose. Every
Mhm.
the monitors are like
That's
real
what I want to
time.
know. Yeah, that
Yeah,
everything is there for real. Like I
every
know
like
playing Truck Simulator, you got to know like how to stop your truck, what you got to pull on, and all this stuff. Like, and of course we got ads.
I ain't paying
But
for YouTube Premium.
yeah, but like yeah, so yeah, it's and I see like 'cause there's like simulators for everything. The only thing I can't really play right now is like farming simulator. We even got like codes for this other simulation game. I forgot to tell you like for us to try out. I got two codes for it. So and now that I got my whole PC set up, like I have no excuse not to like stream this game on my damn PC while I'm playing it and shit. But
Yeah,
yeah, so I like the simulation games. Like I said, Farming Simulator is like the only one that bores the shit out of me, but yet it's the one we always get for free, you know. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Stadia
so
just give that out, right? Or was
yeah,
it X?
Stadia gave it to us like months ago, and
Yeah,
Xbox Game Pass has it. Um,
they know
eh,
what they're doing with that.
I want to play that Police Simulator. I
Yeah, I've
want to
seen
play,
actually some people play. It looks pretty dope.
yeah, I want to play that, give tickets and shit, and see what that shit's like. Since I'm always getting tickets and shit.
You can see how it
Um,
feels to be on the other side of the game.
Yeah. But yeah, so since we done talk about that, let me go into trial no Bloodroots. Let's talk
Bloodroots, okay.
about Bloodroots. This is another game that's on Game Pass, guys. Came out a few days, I think on Tuesday, on Monday or Tuesday, it came out. So like this is like a roguelike game. You're playing this guy. He's called Blood something. And at the beginning of the game, which is right now, you're gonna see like his whole village gets destroyed by this guy that like hates him so much that he's just like, if I can't get to you, I'm gonna kill everyone around you and shit. And so he kills him, and then you come back to life somehow, and you're just on a revenge tour trying to fucking kill all these people until you get to the big boss because he has these henchmen and everything. So you got to kill each of the henchmen. I've killed one so far, and so the thing about this game though, one hit and you die.
Oh,
That's
just
it.
legit one hit.
One hit and you die. And this could either be really fucking exciting or could really piss you the fuck off at times, yo. Cause you will go through like this whole stage. What I like is like they do the Sonic thing. You're like level 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. But some of these levels have sections. So 1-1 will have like four sections to it. And when you get to the next area, it's just like go, or they'll tell you kill them all. Then like the B button is to pick up whatever weapon, whatever's around you. You just press B and you pick it up, but you only get to swing it 3 times. So you can punch things, and it's one hit kills for them too. So if you hit them one time, they die. But you have to press B to pick up whatever. You can pick up wood. You can beat up people with carrots. Like wheels. You can throw wheels around. Jump if you see a fucking something with wheels on, jump on it, and it'll drive into a direction and run people over. This game is what I love. Very bloody, very fast paced. Like It's a very fun fucking game, guys. I'm only in the world 2-2 right now because I just finished beating the first boss. But like a lot of shit happens, and what I like at the end, you always know you finish the end of every section because whatever weapon you have, whoever is the last person to get killed, there's gonna be an animation for that weapon. So if I'm using a carrot, he goes and stabs them in the eye with the carrot. You see a whole animation with him running up to the last guy and stabbing him in the eye with a carrot. If I got an axe, he runs up to the person, does some little move, cuts their head off with the fucking axe. See, they'll show you right there. You see, that's the little animation. So whatever weapons in your hand, you're gonna get that quick little animation for that last area of the section. That they're just gonna be like clear this area, and you're just gonna run through there like the battle, and you just gotta like every time you die, you use it as a learning experience. Like, all right, let me watch out for this guy. Let me jump and do this shit real quick. So you could get
So
through
is it
these
about
levels.
speed? Because he
Yeah,
can
you're going
like
through it fast. Like, because as soon as you let your guard down, you're fucking gonna die. Like this guy is doing real good. I don't know why he's about to restart. I guess he doesn't, but it's just like, yo, it's so fast paced. It's like Hades, but you just can't get touched. And there's times where I'll get through these shits real quick, but there's times where, and they'll score you based on how many times you started over, how many times you died, how long it took you to clear the area. So like there's a leaderboard. There's a leaderboard for your friends so you can see who you're doing better than within your friends group. And then there's a leaderboard for the rest of the world. You can see where you stack up against other people. Like, oh shit, I can't believe this motherfucker beat this part in 5 seconds. Like there's people that go through this shit mad quick because they just memorize the area and it's like, boom, let me grab this, grab this, grab this, and just kill, kill, kill. But this game is fun as fuck. Like, look at this shit with the damn ladder and shit. So it's called Bloodroots. Um,
it's an Xbox Game Pass.
yeah, it's on Game Pass. It just came out on
Sweet.
Tuesday. This came out Tuesday, and I see. I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know I could use the wheelbarrow to hit down the tree in this area. This area, I think I had to do this shit like 3 times because these guys on the right hand side of the screen. Every time I got to them, I kept running out of hits because sometimes you're moving so fast you forget that. Oh shit! I used the weapon 3 times. Now it's not in my hand anymore, and then you go and you end up punching. And you realize you don't got no weapon, and they hit you because you either punch too fast or you did it too slow. Like you got to get your timing right with everything. It's a great game though, very good game.
It kind of looks like a mobile game a little bit. Just
Huh?
like
Like
the
a mobile game?
yeah, I don't know. It feels like a game that I wouldn't mind playing on
Nah,
my phone.
download this shit and you're gonna see that this thing is
Not in a
incredible.
bad thing, but it feels like a game that could be on my phone. Just like if in a sense, I
Probably
mean,
can. I
no,
see it coming to Stadia.
like something I want to play while I'm waiting for the bus or waiting for something. You know, like something fast paced, something that's like because what buttons are you pushing? Like A looks like right, just getting close to somebody.
BXA.
Yeah,
That's it. B to pick up your weapon, X to fucking swing your weapon or shoot your weapon, A to jump around. That's all the only 3 buttons you use in this game.
yeah, it looks fun. It looks fast paced, which I like.
Yeah, very fast paced. Hopefully, like it doesn't take forever to beat. I like had to stop playing because my kids were in the room and I didn't want them to be like, "What's all this red stuff?" You know, like
It's catch up.
So yeah, I know. That's what I should have told this ketchup. Everybody I beat up, they just toss out some ketchup. So but it's definitely a good game to play. And I know another good game that just came out that you're playing right now. I just started the Ascent. This
Oh
game is
yeah.
4 players co-op. It's I want to say like it's like I don't know what's the name of that zombie game that came out on PS4. It was like the first game that you were able to download for free when PlayStation Plus first came out, and you had to use the right stick to aim and shoot. But it's one of those games where you use the right stick to aim and you shoot with the thing. This is where I'm at right now, right at the beginning of the game, man. But it's like this game I feel like can't be played single player, just like you said when we were talking earlier. And I'm wondering how we level up because I see like some of these things are level 1, some are level 2. I'm just like, how are we supposed to level up? I guess you probably got to that point of the game already. I haven't gotten
Yeah,
to that
so
point of
this
the
is
game.
all just a tutorial. It's setting up the whole game. Obviously, every game does that. But it opens up the side missions you could do. There's a little central hub where you could buy shops and you could buy upgrade your weapons, sell stuff, side missions. So I'm in a place where I can pick up different side missions, which I think this being kind of a like level up kind of game where like the enemies are leveling up with you, that is going to be important to do side missions. So me just being impatient and just trying to get into like the meat of the game, I went straight to the main mission, and I think two things. This game I think is meant to be multiplayer. Obviously, it's all the trailers and everything shows at least 4 people with you. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it scales down if you're playing by yourself because it
Probably
doesn't feel like it.
does because I feel, but yeah, it don't. Well, right now it hasn't felt like it, but
Cause I'm
I
facing
would have.
people with rocket launchers, fucking guns, and people in melee people. So like when you're facing these little things, you could just do what he's doing, just keep backing up, backing up, backing up.
Yeah, that's I've been doing a
But when
lot
you
of
have
that.
people like rushing you, people shooting at you from afar, and people throwing grenades and rocket launchers, and you're just one guy, and you have only 24 like bullets in your mag,
One
it's a
thing I'm
lot.
not getting in the story, well, I guess since I'm still early, I'm just like, why the fuck is this guy like? Why the hell is creatures like this? First of all, just going around your workplace, for us to be
So yeah,
killing.
it's just you're in an alien planet, and I think you're on this tower, and it's all nice on top, and the lower you go is more shit and shit and shit. So these things are just like living on the bottom of this tower, and they're almost like this pest, you know. So you go there to like fix something that they fucked up. So as you can see, like people are just like they're just like big rats apparently that just kill people. So yeah, Porta Party. I did see the trailer for Stray. Did you see it, Dre?
I started
With the
watching
cat.
and I never finished. Like, you guys got to really, because I saw the cat. Like, that was the picture of the cat was on the video. And I'm just like, is this about kids, cats? And I'm just like, I guess, is it about a stray cat? You're
It's
playing as a
about a
cat?
cat that gets like teleported to another dimension, and like you're trying to like find your way back home. It's such a like the premise is a little
And I
a little
know Porter
much.
Potty, our boy there. I know you like cats. I read because Danny, I believe that's Danny, and I know since we're Facebook friends that you got cats. And so like I'm not gonna say I'm not. I had cats of my own. I had dogs, but like whatever it's, I know you love cats,
Okay.
man. And but I haven't like a game about animals. Like we leave that to Felice cat. We leave
I
that to
would say,
her.
Dre, before you say anything, check out the trailer. It's definitely it's more than you would think because it's hard to be like it's a cat, it's a platforming game, but like watch the trailer. It's a little bit more than that, and
I know it's like 4 minutes long. Like if we
I
want, we could like throw that up here right now. But I know you probably don't got it there on the rundown right now. So,
maybe
but
when we're talking about something else, I could do in the
yeah, I
background.
like but yeah, I'm gonna look at the trailer again. I only watched like the first 30 seconds, so I can't really give a big opinion. I don't like to judge games until I get to see them or personally play them my damn self. So
Yeah,
like, I'll definitely check it out. I'm not gonna throw no hate in the game's way. Like, something has to look utterly egregious for me to be like, you know what, I'm not. That's crap. That fucking game is crap. Like,
nah, I think you'll
what
like it
game
actually.
that's crap. I know how to call it out. I was like, that fucking game's crap. But the Ascent, I think, when we get a chance, we need to play that online together. If we could play that, get Felice on there, we could do a stream. And the stream. I know I'm busy tomorrow, maybe on Saturday or Sunday before I start working again. So where I'll be fucking busy all the time. Hopefully, I'm working. Wish me good luck, people. I'm actually applying to. I have an interview to join PlayStation again tomorrow. So hopefully that all works out, and I could be here, maybe giving you guys some early scoop on some PlayStation shit.
And
You
then
know,
you lose your job.
that would be great. Like back in the days when I used to be able to fucking just play games a week early and talk about them before everybody else. But oh man, I like how graphically this looks right now. Like this looks like a fucking real fucking thing, man. Thanks, man. But yeah, this is cool. So like, how did Is this like the
Just
real world, or is this that alternate world that?
alternate where so like the people here look like computer. They have like computer like monitor heads, and I was like, I don't know. There has to be cats in this universe because they are like friendly to you.
Hmm. Well, obviously this is going to be puzzle based. You know how I
Yeah.
feel about puzzles, but I feel like this is one of those games where if it doesn't have puzzles, then what the fuck else you going to do? You know,
Well, you
so
just wait and see.
but so far I'm liking how it looks graphically right now. This one of those. Is this for PS5?
Yes, and PC.
Okay, all right. This is definitely the PC version they're playing here. They always put PC up when they're showing gameplay. It looks too good even for the PS5.
It
Even
looks
though
clean as
PS5 is
fuck.
good,
Yeah,
but
the lighting looks good. The platform feels good.
yeah,
Like
this
like the way the cat's moving.
yeah, man, like damn, look at where we've come with video games, man. Like this, look at a shit like this, just like man, we used to bitch, and now like, is this the stuff we're gonna bitch about in the future? You know, like is this just not good enough for us anymore? You know, like this is perfect, but there's gonna come a day when we're gonna be like, that shit is garbage compared to this 8K.
Yeah, I know. We get spoiled.
Yeah, but this definitely looks good. It looks good. I see interested. This is something I got to see what the price point is going to be. If they're going to put this for 70, no, I'm not going to buy this for no
No, hell no.
70.
Fuck that shit.
But I see me buying this for
It's 29.
29.99. You know, maybe $40, and I'll wait for the sale. But if it's like 29.99 when it first comes out on a PS5, then I would probably pick this up. You
So
know, because I'm
you able to
all
see
about
like the
scale.
enemies. So these are like the things that are gonna try to kill you.
Are those supposed to be ticks?
I I have no idea.
They look like they're supposed to resemble ticks.
They remind me of the things from what is it? Half Life. The little things that
Oh, those
latches to your
little
face.
fucking aliens. Those shits are
Yeah.
scary. Yeah, because these things are like jumping on the cat, look like it's gonna suck its blood. Like, I think it's fucking like, they're supposed to resemble like ticks or fleas. Because what else would be like an animal's worst nightmare than getting ticks all over them? Even though I've never seen them on any of my cats, my dog had one or two before. Well, our dog, I should say.
And then now you get to fight them.
Oh, we got some action. Okay. For a second there, he looked like Rick.
So yeah,
Rick.
that's that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna check it out, Danny. I'm gonna check it out when it releases, if it's at the right price point. And we'll definitely be talking about it on this podcast because if me and Mad King don't play it, then Felice is
For
definitely
sure.
buying that game. The moment she sees Cat, she's definitely buying that game. So, and I know you are. Maybe you could join us for that podcast and tell us your experience with that game. But after we talk about that, my last game to talk about is another game that dropped this week. Yeah, like yes, guys. Every time a game drops, I fucking buy it. Like it's just like in my blood. I'm a game addict. You know, a Tribes of Midgard, and this game is just like it's 10 players online. It's $20 on the PlayStation 4, PS5. I don't know if it came to Xbox or not, and PC, of course. I don't know if it's on Xbox. Maybe I think it is.
I feel like this
Um,
will be a Game Pass game eventually.
yeah, eventually this shit might be on game. So like the premise of this game is like you have a village, and like this is like during the Ragnarok, and you're trying to defend your village. So at nighttime you have these creatures that come. You have to go and fight them, and like you can build up your village by, of course, gathering stuff in the area. Of course, like plants and all that stuff, where you could build walls to defend your village, and you have to make your own weapons. They have like a damn man, there's so much going on in this game. Because me and Mo were playing this, we made it up to like the highest we did was 12 days because they track it. We did 12 days. For some reason, that information got lost because they tell you like your record at the end of everything and see if you beat it. And for some reason, when we were playing today, they forgot that we played before and we made it 12 days, and this shit was like our record is 2 days, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like we've survived 12 days already. But there's a lot going on. Like you'll see there at the top right, top left, they have like the levels. So like the area has like 200 power level, and they'll put your power level, which is like my that one. He has like 199 and a 100 power level. See this stuff that he's doing right here? I never even thought of doing that right there. Building fucking bridges across the water, because if you go in water, you die. And that sucks because you lose all your damn stuff that you gathered, and you have to go and find it back on the map. And these maps are huge, and what makes every matchup special is that the maps are randomly generated, so you're never gonna play in the same area twice.
So
And
real quick,
mhm,
you said you made it to day 12.
mhm.
You die. Do you start? Your character starts from zero again.
You gotta start from scratch in a whole new game.
So it's
You're in
like
a
it's a
whole new
roguelike
game.
game too. Then.
So you could save at any time. You could save in your world and come back to it at any time. They don't stop you from leaving the game and just be like, "Oh my God, you're just playing this and that's it." You could stop, and everything you do, like the progress. Like there's I believe 6 classes, but you only start with two. It's the archer class and the warrior class, and you have to either to unlock the other classes, you have to like these things right there. Shit like that blue thing there is called a Artin, or what I'll call is a Titan for short, another name for Titan. And one of the classes you have to be able to kill 4 of those in order to unlock the next class. And they have
Okay.
some classes where they're like you have to survive 20 days in order to unlock this class. So they get you kind of in the Fortnite way, but at the end of every match, like you're going up, you have like remember when we used to play, what's the damn game where you're fighting monsters? It's a free to play game. It's like Monster
Oh
Hunter.
yeah, Dauntless,
Dauntless. There we go.
Dauntless.
Dauntless.
Yeah.
And you have like this little season pass thing. And like when you level up, like you get things. So they'll be like, hey, now that you're level 5 here in our season pass, we're gonna give you armor to start with. Oh, you reach level 4, we're gonna give you the pickaxe and
So do you
the
start that every time you play a new game, or once you use it and it goes
Nah, you
away?
get it for every game, so you
So
can
it's
use
like almost
it,
like a
and you
cheat
get
code.
special armor. So, like, if you did, you get they give you a certain task too, and if you accomplish some of these achievements, like I got a golden axe. So whenever I equip the axe, I get the golden
It's
axe
gold, right?
skin. I unlock the golden shield. So whenever I equip the shield, my shield is golden. And one thing with the PlayStation controller is that whenever you get like your gold stuff, it's heavy. So when you're not wearing that stuff, you don't feel no vibration on the control. But when you're wearing it, your shield, you feel like the weight of it when you pull it off and you're running with it, like the control will vibrate every step because you're feeling the weight of your shield and things like that. One thing that annoys me is that like sometimes like the world is big. They have areas you could go and find teleportation devices, and you could go and teleport to different parts of the area and go back home. Because at nighttime, you have to go back home, and it's good playing with 10 players because sometimes at nighttime, you could have like 5 people defending the castle or the tree. We have this tree, and whenever the tree runs out of health, is when you lose the game. It's game over when the tree runs out of health. That tree right there that they're showing. So you could like give the tree life, but also the souls. You give the tree souls for health, but the souls are so fucking important, and you get them from everything from cutting down trees, picking up stuff, and killing enemies. But you need so much of them to like upgrade your villagers to get
Can
better
you buy source?
weapons. And nope, you can't buy souls. But you need them to upgrade everything in there, including getting stone and wood and all that stuff. But souls are like the heart of this thing because every time you level up a villager, say when the enemies go inside your village, the villagers can help you fight them back. And
Yeah.
the more you invest in the villagers, the stronger they're gonna be. But if they die and stuff, these are the same people you have to buy things from. So you need to try and let them stay alive, revive them, all that type of shit. And it get for every night that goes by, the enemies get more complicated, more and more harder. And other than that, you're also fighting with enemies around the board. Trying that's the little preview of the skill tree. Like every
Does the skill
class has its
tree
own skill
reset
tree.
too?
Yeah, like
Ev-
and you have to start over every time you play. You're starting from fucking scratch with the skill tree and everything. And like these giants are hard to defeat, but I tell you, when you beat them, you get like 1,500 souls for destroying them. And you gotta try and beat them because they take like 5 or 6 days to make it to your village. So like the map will tell you like there's a giant coming from the northwest side, but you won't see it on the map. They'll just point out the area. And you gotta like go all the
and
way
you could
over
fight them
there to
before they
find
get
it. You
to you,
gotta try
right?
and kill them, yeah, before they make it to your city. Because they make it to your city like fucking 3 hits on your tree and it's over. So you gotta try and beat them. And people like usually take turns, but every time we play with a big group of people, like it'd be like 5 people fighting it while the rest of us are exploring the world and doing stuff. And we'll just take turns going to try and fight it.
How's
And
the
so
multiplayer? Is it easy to find a big group?
it's a gift and a curse. Like it's a good thing because everyone's if you're with smart people, those who have played it before know like, yo, let's level up the people and then level up our defenses. They have those people that haven't played before and they're just like running around the place. It makes it easier because sometimes when you jump into a random match, there'll be the map is wide open because the people you were playing with already ran all over the map. So now you have all these places you could just teleport to, and they have icy areas, fiery areas. Of course, you have to get enough stuff to craft your clothes to be able to withstand ice or heat, or craft potions that will let you withstand ice and heat. And it's a very good game. Like me and Mo are playing it right now. It's not something that you're gonna play all day, but it's something that the more you get into it, the more hours you're gonna put into the damn game. I'm
Hmm.
trying to like just level up. Like the game gives you a lot of incentives to level up your little season pass thing, which you don't have to pay for when you get it. I want to learn how to start building things. Could I get things like rams, and I could build like the roads like this and shit like that, but I haven't come to a point where it comes firsthand to me, in which like, you know what, maybe if I build this and that here, this will help us out. The most I've done, I've been able to start building like little traps and stuff. So I know how to build traps so I can lay out like these little spike traps. If they run over this, they're gonna get hit with this. And like I hate how they don't let you build your walls close to your home. You have to actually go out a little bit, and it doesn't really do shit because the monsters that come out at night want one hit until you learn how to make like the better traps and walls. Like one hit to your wooden wall and that shit destroys. But one tip I can give people is like level up the characters inside your home first, the NPCs, then work on building your castle walls, and then work on building your archery towers so those people can help you while you're trying to defend at night. Because this game has a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of seasons coming. Like I'm
It's only
excited.
$20 too, right?
Huh?
It's only $20 too.
Yeah, $20, 10 players. If I could get 10 people on Gamerish that want to play, like me and Mo are looking for like 8 others to join us. But this is a good game. Like right now, I have no complaints. I'm ready to see that. Like every season that comes out, they're gonna add new giants, new weapons, new areas and things like that. And they already like laid out like their season plan. I believe there's a video on YouTube that shows you what the future of the game is going to be. Right now, this season is the season of the wolf that we're doing right now, and you're going to get cosmetics based on that season and all that stuff. So they give you a lot to do, a lot to work on. The game is like playing Civilization at one point because like we were on one that match where we made it 12 days. Like we played, I think that took us like an hour and change before that match was over. So like, and unless the leader of the thing says, "Hey guys, do you guys want to save it now?" Then everyone is just gonna end up keep playing and playing until we all die or our city it gets taken out. because we all can revive anyway. So like once the life tree is gone, then that's when game over. But
Well, I gotta definitely check if there's crossplay because if there is, I'm probably gonna buy it tonight.
mm, check it out. I haven't read up on crossplay yet, but yeah, like if you could get on it, then me and Mo would definitely love the extra help for when we do matchmaking and everyone's busy and we end up in a world by ourselves and we're just like, ah, fuck, we
Does
got.
I think I already says for another game, but does it scale down to you to like only having one thing? Can
Yeah,
you do
the
this
more
solo?
people playing, the more scaled down it is. They have a
Okay, okay.
survival mode too, which kind of plays out like the regular mode, except that you could set the difficulty for everything. You could say, do you want the enemies, the NPCs around the world to be easy, normal, hard? Do
So
you
it's just
want the
like the
giants to be easy, normal, hard? How strong do you want your people in your city? What do you want to start out with? Like, there's a lot going on with the game, man. But it's a little fun game. So that's Trials of Midgard, people. And I don't think we had any other game to talk about. I think
uh,
that's it.
it's
Yep.
supposed to be a short one. And it's still over an hour.
Yeah, so like want to give a shout out to everybody that joined us today. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support us on Facebook. If you really want to support us, please join our Patreon, Gamerish Network /patreon.com or patreon.com/Gamerish Network. Yeah, and you could just do like our cheapest tier, just like $5 or $7. 5, 6, $7. If you guys want to help us out, we want to try and start doing prizes, do a lot of giveaways, and the only way we could do that is if we get more support. We love you guys, love our community. Please keep sticking around. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Even if you're not, go on YouTube and like and subscribe so you get those alerts. Or set up your
Yeah.
Facebook alerts, and on Twitch, of course. That's hit us up on there. And you can find us anywhere. Like I said, my name's Dre, aka the BK Brawler, BK Brawler 537 if you want to catch me online. And this has been Mr. Mad King, no longer solo. And as usual, guys, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out.
See you guys. Peace.